Hello everybody, this is Toni Turner and welcome to the market now as of about noon Eastern on Friday, December 21st. Before we start, please know that from all of us at Toni's Market Club and ToniTurner.com, from our families to yours, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very happy and safe holiday season. And now on to the market. So far today, the Dow and the S&P 500 are moving higher, albeit in volatile trading, and that after 2 days of heavy losses, with the biggest gains coming in defensive sectors so far, showing concerns that slowing global growth and the threat of a U.S. government shutdown is weighing on investors' minds. The biggest boost to the Dow Industrials and the S&P 500 today comes courtesy of Nike, which jumped 8.3% after the company's quarterly results beat Wall Street estimates on strength in North America. So far today, all 11 S&P sectors are higher, with the biggest gainers being the defensive consumer staples, utilities, and real estate indexes. And now let's go on to 3 charts that can give us some insight into the week to come. As we always do, we're going to look first at a daily chart of the S&P 500 Spider, symbol SPY. As you know, this is the exchange-traded fund that closely follows our S&P 500 index. When I captured this chart today, the SPY was trading at $246.16, or about $24.61 on the S&P 500 itself. The SPY is white-knuckling support here at 244 again today so far, as we end the week where every single day has come down and hit a lower low, and every day has been negative. On Monday, back here, right here, on Monday the SPY fell through the bottom of the trading range that it's been rotating through from October until this past Monday, and that was from about, we drew this line earlier, about 281 on the top end and about 262 at the lows. So we had this trading range we were moving in here from October through November, slightly into December again, and then on Monday, this past Monday, the SPY started falling pretty dramatically, and now again we're down to $246.16, or again, about $24.61 on the S&P 500 itself. Now, the last time the SPY saw these levels was in October of 2017. One thing, though, here, note the 14-day RSI. It is now in oversold territory. It's trading below the 30 line on its scale. It's down to 25. We call that oversold. And when the RSI becomes oversold, we could see a bounce in the coming week. Look back with me on the chart. Look left to maybe the first week or so in October when the RSI became oversold there. As you can see, we had a bounce up. Now, the bounce didn't hold. The uptrend that it might have created didn't happen, but there was a slight bounce, and that does tend to happen when the RSI gets oversold. That happened again back in November. It came down almost to the oversold line and it popped back up. It didn't hold, but it did move higher. So we may see an oversold bounce in the coming week or so. Now, to become positive again, the SPY needs to hold support at 244 or at least 240. And buyers need to jump back in and take it back up above the 200-day moving average, which is now up here at $275.15, or close to $27.50 on the S&P 500 itself. We see the green line, the 50-day moving average, coming down overhead, still in a death cross with the 200-day moving average. 50-day is down here right now at 269 and change. Now, as we look at the SPY here, even if we get an oversold bounce, since it is sitting on its lows, and since the people who bought back here are really taking a big loss, a lot of people are, when an oversold bounce occurs, sometimes it doesn't hold, as we've seen in this prior range here. So please do be careful entering new positions. If we do see an oversold rally, I will remain very cautious, and I will continue my strategy of entering any new positions with small share size and very, very, very firm stops. Our next chart today is a chart of the Invesco QQQ. As you all know, the QQQ represents the Nasdaq 100. It's a very important index in the market and one we watch very closely in Tony's Market Club. Now, the QQQ, like the SPY, has closed lower every day this week. And at the moment, it is trading at $150.81, and it is in bear market territory. It's down about 20% from its August highs that sat at about 187. Now, the last time the Qs traded down to the lows of 150 like we see now was in October of 2017. And by the way, when an asset or a stock or an index has lost 20% from its highs, we say it is in bear market territory, and the Qs are so today. Now, yesterday, Thursday's low was at 150.39. Again, right now we're at 150.89. We are, as we were with the SPY, in touching oversold territory here on the RSI. The RSI is at 31.35. If we want to nitpick, we could say that the RSI, if it dips below 30, we're in oversold territory here. Now, like the SPY, we could see an oversold bounce in the next week. We'll have to see if that happens, and we have to see if the Qs can hold support at 150. If we get a rally soon, as I said before, please remember to choose very wisely and use firm stops. Also remember, when you're in doubt, get out. You can always buy a position back. Perhaps January will offer us a little more positive market. Now, finally, we're going to look today at our third chart. It's one we looked at a couple of weeks ago. It's the Utilities Select Sector Spider Fund, symbol XLU. The XLU has 29 holdings. The top components are NextEra, Duke Energy, Dominion, Southern Company, and Exelon. And I've gone through many sector and industry industry group charts. And really, the only one that is trading at least sort of kind of positive in an uptrend is the XLU. Now, if the market continues to be negative in the coming weeks, I will keep an eye on the XLU. As you can see, it rallied off its lows back down here at 48.37 in June. If you look left on this chart where my cursor is, it did come down to these lows in June at 48.37. Then it did continue higher, except for the drawdown it had in September, but then it moved right back up above its 50-day moving average. And choppy, yes, but continued to move higher when the rest of the market has been moving dramatically lower. Today, when I captured this chart, the XLU was trading at $54.95. So it is just above, so far today, its 50-day moving average. If the market stays cranky into the next coming weeks, and if the XLU, if remains above the 50-day moving average, I may add shares of the XLU to my portfolio. I will establish a very tight stop at 53.50, and I'll see what happens from there. If it starts rallying up, I'll move my stop up again to a close below the 50-day moving average. Please remember again, if the market remains volatile, it may be wise to stay on the sidelines for a while. After all, cash is a position, and that way you can keep some powder dry to use for future opportunities. And now for the next week's economic reports. But first, please join us this coming Wednesday, December 26th, for our next session of Tony's Market Club. Our sessions are usually held on Monday, but because of the Christmas holiday, we're holding it this coming week on Wednesday. If you're not sure how to approach the market right now, let us help. We will talk about which side of the market to trade, have a mini trading lesson, and I'll give you stocks and ETFs that may become ripe for high potential trades. And I also give you entry prices, protective stop prices, and profit target prices. This is a low priced, high value opportunity to learn more about the market, become a smarter trader, and make more money. So please join us. If you can't attend our live session, it's not a problem. The recording of our session is available just a few minutes after the session ends to all of our members. For more information and to join, go to tonysmarketclub.com. Now, for the economic reports on Monday, the market will close at 1 p.m. for Christmas Eve. On Tuesday, the market will be closed all day for Christmas. On Wednesday, we'll have our usual crude inventories. Thursday, our usual jobless claims, then new home sales and natural gas inventories. On Friday, we will have Michigan sentiment and pending home sales. Again, join us for Tony's Market Club this coming Wednesday. Don't miss out on this terrific opportunity to raise your trading skills and your trading profits. Until next week, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, keep green on your screen. I'm Toni Turner, and this is The Market Now.